It's Miami Mike 247, sitting in my good buddy War Machine, and just wanted to go live for a bit, talk to you guys about the crazy night last night. I think it definitely qualifies as a crazy night, and I'm going to try to explain to you guys why. So I guess we start off with the beginning of the night. We'll start back when we went straight to a casino. We were going to try out the whole casino concept. And got to the casino, parked, found a really nice little parking space in case we were going to make it a permanent spot. Got out, and I said, you know what, I might as well go and get a player's card from this casino. So, at the very least, if somebody tries to come hassle me, security, whatever, I can just get out the van and go, hey, look, I'm a player here. I'm a member here. I'm just catching a few Z's, and I'm going to get back in there and give you guys more money. That was my idea. So I went in, went up to security. Security called the guy over. The guy came over. He was pretty cool. He told me that his... I saw that. Let me make the comments visible. Show me on the doll where the Batman... Yeah, somebody tried to kidnap War Machine. Oh my god. So, we'll get to that. The guy comes over. He's from Bakersfield. He sees my SoCal driver's license. He goes, oh, man. He goes, yeah, I'm heading there tonight. I go, oh, that's cool. His mother was a Okie from Muskogee, and his father was from Abilene, Texas. Now, he says his mother came over in a covered wagon, and I go, I'm like, okay, whatever. That didn't add up. But then he goes, his father came over in 1932 in a Packard, an old Packard. And I go, oh, yeah, because of the Dust Bowl. And, he goes, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, yeah, I know my history. I actually majored in history. Big Miami Mike reveal. So that was pretty cool. He got me the card, I sat down, I looked at all the slots. I don't gamble, guys. This is the biggest gamble I take. But, I'm thinking about it, so I sat down, tried to make it look like I was trying, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired. Went to the bathroom, then I just took it back to the van. I'm like, you know what, I had gone early in the evening to Barnes & Noble's, and I was reading books there. And that was really cool, even though 2 times I had to pretty much shame people into being quiet because they were there partying, having fun and all, and I'm treating it like a library, like, okay, that's nice, can I do what you're doing? Oh, no? Okay, well then can you let me do what I'm doing? So, after that, I went to Sprouts. They have Sprouts out here as well, which I'm super pleased about. Chris, you should check and see if they have Sprouts farmers markets there in Clovis. Because if they do, man, you can get some really good organic stuff. Like, you can get hot soup. They made chicken tortilla soup. And I got a big old honking container of it. And ate that all night last night. So that was good. So when I get into the aisle to the line at Sprouts, there's this little old lady, probably a little Jewish lady, and her, 6'2" grandson, obviously. And so she's taking him shopping because she feels like he's so pitiful. She probably went to his place. He didn't have any groceries or nothing. Probably not. This is a stone drunk time. Okay. Show me. It's funny. So, I'm watching this little old, hobbled over Jewish grandma she obviously did all this guy's grocery shopping. The grocery cart is up there, and she's down in the grocery cart picking out the groceries and putting them up on the conveyor belt, while this big 6'2" strapping young guy is just standing there watching her. I mean, my blood boils. I lost all my grandparents already, but I would give my right arm and become a lefty just to be able to take my grandma shopping, pay for her groceries, and I would unload them out of the grocery cart onto the conveyor belt my damn self. So the guy really ticked me off. So she puts all of her groceries up on the conveyor belt, and while she's paying for his, You know, he's just talking to her. I looked over, I said, hey, I said to him, I looked him dead in the eye, and I go, hey, you want me to put your groceries up there for you? And so he looks back at me, he's like, oh, no, bro, no. And I go, oh, okay. Because I'm like, I know good and damn well you're not about to let your elderly grandma put your groceries up there on the conveyor belt for you too, you bum. So I guess he finally got it. His little cylinders and his little pea brain kicked in, and he's like, oh. So yeah, he put his stuff up in. So the whole rest of the time, I refused to put my groceries on the same conveyor belt as this muck. And so I guess he noticed it, and when he was leaving, he just kept looking back at me, and I'm like, all right, buddy. I'm like, don't get your ass beat in front of grandma. So I went back. I went to Harbor Freight earlier too, and I got these metallic hooks. They're super strong metal hooks that suck on the metal, and they allow me to put the blackout curtain on the back window and keep it secure, so I'm not having to use tape and all the rest of that BS. So they're really cool from Harbor Freight. They're really heavy too, and you have to yank them, you have to slide them to get them off. I love helping. Exactly, man. This punk sitting up there, his old grandma bent over in the grocery cart, picking up flour, picking up stuff, and he's just standing there looking, la-di-da, talking to the girl at the counter, you know, sucking on a honey stick. No, you know, they sell the little honey sticks, sucking on a honey stick like, oh, how much are these? These are really great. And I'm like, dude, your grandma is slaving for you, for your... Man, it made my blood run hot, Chris. So, I get back out to the van, I gas up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to the same Walmart. Roll over, get to the Walmart, scope the scene, it's like about 9 o'clock, coming on 10. I'm like, perfect, I see another vanner guy there. He's got Utah plates on his van. He's got a open windows van, very similar to mine, but his has the windows all over, multicolored. I'm like, yeah, if he's here and nobody's messing with him, I can park right across from him and I'll be fine. So I parked. I backed in, parked. Didn't put up any reflectix on the window. I would have paid. Yeah, bro, I wanted to go upside his head. Chris, man, it took everything, bro. If he had spoke to me, if he had been anyway salty, I would have said to his grandma, I said, I'm sorry, but I'm going to raise him like you didn't. Paka! Come from the back, come down across, karaka! So, back to the Walmart. Got there, pulled in, crawled back into the back, got all bundled up, man, put my generator, my cell phone on the generator, wallet on top of generator, keys on top of generator, phone on top of generator, snuggled up, and I'm out. Want to say 2 a.m. So I got there about 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So I had about a good 5 hours. 2 a.m., I see a light. Shh. All on the roof. Like dancing all on the roof. Light. Ooh, flashlight. I'm like, great, a flashlight. But I'm like, interesting. Why is there a flashlight? Could it be somebody thinking there's no one in here to rob the van? And then I hear that big dually engine. And I'm like, oh, shnikes. So I get up, I go to the back of the van, and I peep out my little hideaway curtain, and sure as you're born, tow truck there, flatbed tow truck. And I see this little stubby guy walking back to the tow truck, and I'm like, oh, heck to the nah. Ain't nobody kidnapping my good buddy War Machine. So I freak. I fly back, I belly roll over the cot. I'm inside here. I don't even have my belt. I grab my belt, stick it in my pocket, reach back, grab the keys, grab the phone, grab the wallet, kick open the door so he sees me there. I look at him. He looks at me. I look at him, and I go. I close the door. I hit the gas. I go right to the left, right down the little gully where you see, like, I'll show you it right now. You see, like, right here? How I'm parked right here, and then I went right down that little gullyway, flipped out, and right onto the freeway. Got right up on the freeway on-ramp. Man, it didn't even take me a minute before I was up on the 515 freeway, driving in the other direction. Now, I took off just, yes, a bit of paranoia. Yes, I probably might have overreacted. I could, as in hindsight, Monday morning quarterbacking, I sit back and I go, well, what could have happened? So I got to the next exit. I got to the gas station, got off, composed myself, used the bathroom, because that definitely it needed to happen. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to roll back over there and see if the other van buddies got out okay, or if he's hemming them up, and see if I can help her in any way. Thinking, about my fellow van buddies, Even though I didn't know those guys, I haven't spoke to them, they're in the same shoot as me. They're sleeping in a car in the cold, out in a Walmart parking lot. So I did. I jumped back on the 515, drove down, got off the exit, drove back by there, did the whole roundabout. Every van was still there. The tow truck is gone. Every van that was there when I was there is still there. So now I'm sitting there, Chris, and I'm thinking, I'm like, was that tow truck really there to tow? Well, of course it was, because it was shining light in my van. That's what woke me up out of my sleep. And there's the tow truck behind. So now my question is, did one of my van buddies snitch me out? One of the dudes that's there vanning gets ticked off. He's got his little spot. He gets ticked off. He sees somebody new come. He gets mad. He calls up the tow company and goes, hey, there's a new dude here. He doesn't have authorization to park here. Come get him. I would have jumped out of the van buck naked. Get off my lot, you damn kids. Hello. Swinging in the breeze. Dude, good God, man. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. Tow truck comes, ready for work. And then I drove to get back into the parking lot. All these signs, no unauthorized parking, no unauthorized parking, blah, 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 blah. So I drove around the Walmart side, because I purposely didn't park on the Walmart side, because I'm like, yeah, as long as you don't park by Walmart, it probably won't be a problem. There were RVs, big-ass RVs, still parked at the farthest extremity without even a vehicle on it. Somebody dropped their toy hauler, big-ass toy hauler, took up 4 parking spaces and left it there, and there was no car for it. Another RV right there, a RV rental, or like an RV America parked there. So I'm scratching my head. I'm like, why is it that this dude with all these other vanners here, why do I got flashlight lights in my cab, and you walking back to your tow truck like I'm about to catch a big fish? So, knowing me, I hate to be run off. I hate to be pushed. So I parked in the Walmart parking lot. I sauntered up in there. Saw the little greeter. I'm like, hey, I need to speak with the manager, please. Greeter was like, yeah, no problem, right over there. Walked over, seen the manager. He's got all the Walmart buttons all over his shirt. I'm like, you're just a little Walmart slave, aren't you? You've been here 90 years. He's like, they can't let me go. So I walked up to him. I said, hey, how you doing, sir? I said, just a question for you. I said, who do I need to speak to get authorization to camp in the parking lot overnight? And he goes, because I see a lot of vans, I got some RVs, got some vans out here, and I just want to make sure I'm on the, I'm approved as well. I hate when people do that, because that's what ruins it for everyone. Exactly. Well, so I asked the manager, and he goes, well, technically, you can't be here. It's not okay for anybody to be here. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay. So he goes, no, you can't. He goes, now, if somebody comes to me, if my manager comes to me, his manager comes to him and says, hey, get him out of here, I'm going to call the tow trucks and they're going to get him out of here. He goes, but, so technically you're not supposed to be here. So basically what the manager's saying to me is that Walmart's cool with you being there. Just don't make a scene. Just don't cause any issues. And as far as Walmart's concerned, unless they get a complaint, they're not calling, the towing people. So, Walmart didn't call on me. I guarantee you no passing by person called on me, because who would call and go, hey, come check for the green van, but not the RV and the toy hauler and all the other myriad of vehicles that are out there that are been out there all day and all night. come for that one green van at the far end right by the off-ramp. That one looks suspicious. It was one of the vanners. I guarantee you it was the dude in the Utah plates. I'm almost, like you said, Chris, with the dude and your money, I'm almost positive it was the dude in the Utah plates. Like you, what do you do about it now? I got my suspicions. I got I did my due diligence to do the research on it. I'm almost positive that it was Buddy. What do I do about it? I think the night before, when I pulled up there, as soon as I pulled up and I parked right beside Buddy in that same space, all of a sudden now Buddy fires up his engine and just basically lets his engine run for about an hour just sitting there. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think he packed up and left. So I think Buddy sees me pull in again in his little enclave where he likes to be all by himself. And I think Buddy made a pimp decision. And I think he called out. And I think he called the tow truck company. And I think he told the company, said, hey, I have authorization from Walmart to be here. Hint, hint, hint. This new dude just pulled up. I know he doesn't have authorization. Why don't you guys come get him? Maybe even the tow company has a little way in the incentive ways, like, look, you can park here, that's cool. Anybody else comes up here, you give me a call, I fucking get them, I get the money, I break you off with a little something. These are just the things that are going through my paranoid mind, as I am the only vehicle that I feel got flashlights put in my face. But maybe I'm just the only one that got flashlights and got out of there. Draw a wiener on his window with a message that says, I know what you did. Exactly, my dude. Exactly. Oh, you want to see some good lookings? Look at all that walking in the bank. Except for the one in the end. Woo-wee. So, yeah, man. I'm serious. I think it was him, bro. Just because of how janky he was the night before, running his engine, firing up his engine just as soon as I got in my van, just letting the engine run. And then peeling out, and then tonight I get there, and like I said, good of him to make him wait. Maybe the tow truck company wait. Maybe him and the tow truck company are in cahoots of some sort. But it was pretty janky, man. And what I'm thinking about, because I know he'll be there tomorrow night, is to drive back there tonight, pull up, and go knock on his door and be like, hey, will somebody bring flashlight in and just look him dead in the eye and see how he responds. But that was that. So after that, I found another casino, went in. I'm like, hey, can I get a player's card? Because usually I feel like if I go in and these people see me, they look me in the eye and they see I'm getting a player's card. I feel like if they see my van there for too long, they're not going to be like, oh, okay, no. And they see me going to the van, oh, yeah, that one needs to get towed. Well, I get over there, he's like, cool, yeah. They're taking a really long time to get the player's card. They get me and they're like, hey, for some reason, we got your player's card, it's all set, but we can't make it put your free $5 play on there. So tomorrow when the big dude is here, just come back and let him know and he'll add it for you. And I'm like, yeah, it's all for the good. So now I'm like, yeah, I got you because you guys can't help me like you should. So in the one-up game, I'm kind of here right now. So as he's saying that, I go, you guys have like a parking pass or something? Do I need to get with a parking pass or something? So the guy's like, no, and he goes, no, you're good. And then the bouncer dude, he's like, big biker dude. He's like, well, what type of van you have? And I'm like, I go, just a Dodge Ram 2500. He goes, nah, you're good, you're good. It's a little small casino off the strip, just way, way back. And so I'm like, cool. Sat down, used my card. I did the little Buffalo slots. Ring, ring, 120 cents. I'm like, oh, whoop, I just won money. Cash my little cent out, went to the next machine, put $5 in. Lose. I put my 20 cents in. Put the cube on it, lose. It comes back, I win. Guess how much I got back? I gave him 5, I got back 25. I gave him $5.20, I got back 25 cents. So I'm ahead, I'm out 5, I'm out $4.95. I said, to hell with this, I didn't come here to lose money, I came here to win, man. I got up, I went back to the van, and then I peeled out. My way of thinking on these things is set up the opportunity, scope out the scene, realize the situation, do my reconnaissance, know where I need to be, and then go away and use that and put it in your back pocket for a rainy day, as it would be. I'm glad I went because as I was driving, I saw these cars parked on the side of the road right down from there. And I turned down there and I found the alley with the free parking, where basically residential area where you can just park there. That's where I'm going to go tonight. And hopefully just be left the heck alone. Another face in the crowd. DL a photo of a spaceship camper and show it to them and say, it's yours just to mess with them. Yeah, I know. So I found some really nice parking. I'm going to check it out later today. I'll probably go live there, show you guys, see what you think. A lot of work trucks parked back there, a lot of cars parked back there, and it's a whole alley. It's like a whole city block. So I passed that city block. Rewind. The manager at the Walmart, he told me, he goes, now there's a Walmart where you can go. He told me exactly where it was. I put it in the GPS. It was like 10 minutes away. Drove over to that Walmart. Again, now I walk into, because this Walmart has a roving security guard, and I don't like those. Although I did Walmart with a roving security guard and slept there the whole night, not interrupted. It was cool. So I'm going to say this to everybody watching who's considering Walmart camping. You seen pics of spaceship? No, I haven't, Chris. I would love to see that. Text it to me or whatever. Or on your next video, post one, show some on there. That'd be dope. That gets you some coverage. So I get there. My suggestion to anybody considering Walmart camping, always park where the employees park. The only way you're going to know that is if you get to the Walmart, go inside, walk around, and maybe you buy something, maybe you don't. But then come back out and sit in the parking lot for a while. And you'll see the employees coming out, going to their cars, driving home. As soon as you notice where the employees park, if you see a little rover, like the little security rover, go there, park there. They will not know the difference. These security guards are paid just over minimum wage. They are not Columbo. They are not Perry Mason. They're just going to say, oh, a new employee. You park your van there, you don't get out. I did that at a Walmart I think it was the day before New Year's Eve. Slept like a baby. Nobody bothered me. Security never even knew right from wrong. I got you, man. I will. And but that's what I would do if you're planning on doing Walmart parking, because if you park where the employees are, the tow trucks even know, don't pull from that area. Ding. So I would do it like that. And then you can be there multiple nights because, again, they don't know that you're not an employee. So if you're parked where the employees basically park, and Walmart always designates where their employees should park. That's your little cue right there. Don't park off to the extremes. And if you do park off to the extremes, park directly next to a vehicle that's been dropped. To a toy hauler that's got no car attached to it, something like that. Because if the tow hitch is if the tow truck driver is gonna pronounce himself to roll up in there and come, you see flashlights in yours. Next time that happens to me, I'm gonna hop out on him. I'm gonna go, hey buddy, what's up? I go, you here to tow the toy hauler? Yeah. I was wondering about that, man. I didn't see no car. That's why I pulled over next to it. And if he says anything untoward, it's like, no, I was here for you. I'm gonna go like, well, soon as you tow those, you can tow mine. But till you tow those, not a touch of your tow hitch can touch mine. And I mean, to me, that's real, because what I've learned is that he can't just come and snatch your vehicle if you're there. If you're there, he now has to get the police involved. And if 5-0 is dragged out to some random Walmart in Hooterville, anywhere town, USA, and they got to drag themselves out there in the freezing cold and orchestrate an argument between a business and a consumer, a business and a citizen over the citizen's property, he's going to be none too pissed. So that tow truck driver, as soon as you reveal yourself, and these are the things that are coming to me as I'm analyzing it, as soon as you reveal yourself, he's going to make a pimp decision, and he's going to go, hey, I can't mess with it. I'm going to leave him be, because I'm not here to take everybody else. That's what I'll do next time. That's what hindsight has taught me, because War Machine means too much for me, and I am never going to be in that situation again. So, Well, we just hit the 25-minute mark. I'm going to head over to my storage facility and swap out some stuff. Another revelation I had. You know, I got my generator, my Stanley FatMax. I'm really regretting buying that thing, and I'll tell you why. It takes entirely too long for it to charge, and I don't know how to turn it off. Chris, see if you can help me. It's called the Stanley FatMax. I'm going to, when I come back on later today, I'm going to film a video on it so you can see it. It's always on. I don't know how to turn it off. I have all the buttons switched to off. Nothing will unhitch, but it never stops depleting the battery. And I don't know how to, there's got to be some way to turn it on. If it is not, it's garbage. He has to have two cops check your van out and then write the ticket. Write the ticket, and then they can tow, which takes about an hour. Exactly. So, but you know, I'm new to this, Chris. When that happened, I flipped because I'm like, man, once he starts, technically I have to stay, because if I take off, it's like theft. It's really janky stuff. I read a legal document on it. It's really touch and go. So if I waited till he came and began the process, or was like walking back to the car, or whatever, somewhere, some gray area is where he has started, then I gotta stay. I gotta see the whole thing through. I gotta let the cops get here. I gotta go through all of it. So if that ever gets to that point, I've got this in my back pocket. I'm gonna go, hey, you got me. I'm here. I'm fully prepared to take off. But if I'm not taking off, if you're ready to rock and roll, you're ready to rumble, big boy, start down at the end of the block first. Get this toy hauler here with probably close to $75,000 worth of equipment in it. Get that. Get that RV America RV that guy's paying $200-300 worth of gas per day plus rental. Get him. Get that car right there with that mom and 3 kids in it. Or let me peel off. So we'll see how that works if that ever happens again. But yeah, man. So what I'm thinking with that FatMax, if I keep it, because the days have been increasing. I've only had it for a week now, so a full week. What I'm thinking of doing is tonight, my storage facility closes its doors at 11. I'm thinking to get there like at 10:45 once everybody is gone, set up my charging station in the bathrooms to have it charging, lock it in my storage unit, and bone out. Get back there at the doors open at 6 a.m., get back there at 5:45, unhook everything. That's a full, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a full 6 hours of charge. If it needs more than 6 hours, that's not the generator for me. Because, I can't even get, I get halfway, and I charge my cell phone there, and it's almost depleting it. Much less running some heavy. So, what I'm planning to do, also is I'm going to Bed Bath & Beyond tonight because they have a electric water heater thing that you can use to heat water. I'm going to hook that up to the generator and put that in the bathtub, and I'm going to take my first van shower tonight. Van bath/shower, and heat the water up from there. And now everybody's like, well, you're going to need a lot of water. Where I'm planning to get the water from, there's a self-serve car wash center out here that's called Terrible Herbst. I'm going to go to Terrible Herbst, and I'm going to fill up that bathtub with water from Terrible Herbst. Just pay like I'm washing the car, fill that bathtub up with water, stick that little heating element up in there, and watch myself get hot water right off the cuff. How cool is that? Are you talking about a generator or a jump pack? A power pack. I'll show you. Hang on. Okay, I'll show you. That thing right there, the yellow thing. It's called the Stanley Power Max. And that little blue light, which I don't think you can see it right now because it's getting really light in here, but it's got a little blue light that's in the front that always is on. 24/7, and it drains the battery. So you go spending all your time. I had it hooked up to the car battery while I'm driving today. steady trying to charge it. Soon as you unhook it from the charger, it immediately starts draining the battery. It's basically got a 12-volt battery in there. I need to learn how to turn that blue light off, and if it can't, Amazon is getting their product back, because it's of absolutely no consequence to me if it charges, but the charge, as soon as it's not hooked up to the charge just immediately depletes. And if it takes 25 hours to charge, who's got 25 hours to charge something to have 10 minutes of juice? That's no bueno, and I paid almost $200 for that thing. So yeah, I'm taking it back. If it tonight, I'm gonna go. Like I say, I'll be there at 10:45. I'll live stream. I'll hook it up. I'm gonna put it in the storage. I'll lock it up. I'm gonna come back at 5:45 in the morning, unhook it, see exactly how much the power is. If it's not there as far as the power is concerned, I'm out of there. I'm cutting it off. So, think we lost Chris. I'm out. Appreciate you guys tuning in whenever you guys see this. To all my loyal followers, you know, we really appreciate you guys for staying true. I hope that some benefit can become from this video for someone else as well. There is the little garden still growing good. I am still banned on Facebook, I believe. I haven't tried to log in on my phone today. I'm still very upset by that. But that's what we're doing. Going out today, trying to get stuff done, so I wish you guys the best. I'm probably going to go home for the weekend. I'm going to take Greyhound home. So I'm going to be buying the tickets for Greyhound in a little bit. See my babies, my mamacita, and my dogs. And so looking forward to it. Hey, this is War Machine. He's my best bud out here. I'm Miami Mike 247. You guys are my nation. I love you guys. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Please share, please subscribe, please suggest us to folks, and we'll catch you guys soon. Bye now.